Yep. It's not a mirage. It's really me. Hey, Leanne, how you doing? Jumping to waiting for George. Where are you at, George? Hi, Leanne. How you doing? People, George, if you're on, write a comment so I can add you, buddy, or whoever's here. Let me know what's. Let me know who's here. Get this. How you doing, Sonia? Sonia and Leanne, how you girls doing? Waiting for George. Yeah. George, where are you at? Sonia, you need to get some. Go to the eye doctor, I think. You need to get some glasses, I think. But that's okay. I need some myself, too. You can't hear anything? Are you on a cell phone, Leanne? I know I got my volume turned all the way up. Check, just to make sure. Yeah, got all mine up. Sonia, can you hear me? I'm losing people. George, where are you at? George. Calling old George. I just talked to him a minute ago. Ashley, how you doing, Ashley? Can you hear me, Ashley? Can anybody hear me? You know I wear glasses too. George, where are you at? Give me a comment, George, if you're here. I don't think he's here yet. I'm waiting on George. I just talked to him. How can you get lost between there and here? It's just a skip and a jump. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Oh, I'm glad you can hear me. You know, because you never know what I might say. George, where are you at, man? I just talked to this guy. Uh, Jackie, how you doing, Jackie? I'm waiting on George Shopling. Where is he? I just talked to him. Oh, that's good. Hey, Judy, how you doing? Just waiting on my guest to show up. He got lost. I don't know what happened. George, where are you, George? Judy. Hey, Judy. George. George keeps going into the wrong thing. I told him where to go. Go into my group, Spiritual Paranormal. It's pretty easy. Even give him the picture of it. But he won't come in here. Keeps going to my page. I can't leave. I don't know how I'm going to leave in time to come over here. Simple instructions. It's so simple. It's a public group. You don't even have to be a member. Why are you doing this to me? Lord have mercy. Leanne, do you know George? If you do, can you tell him to, what I told him just a minute ago, to come to my group? Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl, I know you know George. He's a member of my group. For some reason he's having trouble coming to my group and tapping on my video. It's really easy. He keeps going to my page instead of my group. Now I can't tell him I have to leave this. I'll have to shut this down. Hey, Cheryl. A little sleepy. Yeah, I took me a nap today too. Hey, Shay. I'm waiting on George. George won't come to the group. He keeps going to my page. I can't leave here to tell him to come to my group. I already told him to come to the group. Even give him a picture of the group to come to. He's even a member of the group. I don't know how it's hard to miss. So easy. You can do it, George. Come on. There he is. I knew you could do it, George. I knew you could do it. I was getting worried.
No, no, you know what? I totally apologize. I'm over there typing away. I'm like sitting there, and then my dogs went crazy for a moment, and then I apologize. I'm glad that I was able to find you, big guy. I totally apologize.
All right. I think you kept going to my page instead of my group.
Yep, I did.
I couldn't leave to tell you because I'd have to shut down. I was like,
Well, let's just pretend that we're professional. I totally apologize, man.
That's the least of my worries. That is nothing.
You know what? Listen, the best thing to do is when we have issues, just blame it on paranormal. It was all paranormal there.
Ghost in the machine. Ghost in the machine.
Exactly, brother. Wow, I feel like I should probably talk to you because you're exploding. What I mean by that is like all your positive stuff, everything that you're doing now, all of a sudden you're just like so quiet. And now it's like, holy shit, man. You're just like all over the map now.
I stayed on the radar for a lot of years.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I'm impressed, man. I'm really impressed with you 100%. So.
Oh, you're going to stop.
No, I'm being serious. I really am. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I've seen you and Kenny Z and a few Aaron, and I've seen people just. I mean, we all started about the same time. We really did. Yeah. We all started. We all got in with. Well, Kenny Z started the whole thing. Having the talks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's just the fact that I'm seeing all of us, including your fans. We're all coming together as one, and it's just how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this. So,
right. That's why you're my friend. I heard that you got this things going on and stuff. I was like, now's perfect opportunity to have you come on. Maybe come on again in another month or so.
Oh, you know what? I feel like some people are getting tired of me though. You ever get to a point? It's like because I've been like doing stuff, yes, as well as you, but it's like I would love to talk to you all the time. I mean. There's so many people out there now that like you got KBs out there, and it's like each time I turn on my phone, I'm seeing people like you, KB, Kenny Z, myself, Aaron. I mean, across the board, and you have to give everybody just like a pat on the back because everybody's doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and that's spreading positive energy, positive attitude, positive. We're all about the same age, and what? I wish these kids. And I'm talking like the 20-year-olds would just like slow down just a moment, drop the ego, and just watch us old guys. Let us show you how to do it. You don't need to have an attitude. Just do your thing.
No. And the beauty of what you're saying, by us crossing and coming on each other's shows, we're crossing each other's members and new people get to meet you.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And then that makes the picture get even bigger.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if you you have fans now. I mean, we all got friends and we have fans, but you have solid fans. But I'm going to tell you something. You may not know this, but you are holding the other morning when you do your energy, when you it's so freaking awesome. But when you did this, I shit you not. Excuse my language. I actually, when you opened up, I must have been totally connected with you because I will not lie to you. I'll give you props. My whole body, I went into a full chill as you were opening up your hands and you're doing whatever you're doing, I mean, you're pulling it from your soul, and it actually worked. Because what I'm trying to get at is, if people don't believe in that sort of stuff, if they don't give you an opportunity to say, look, check him out, Jim's doing this. I felt it. I actually felt it.
I channel it from the universe. Man, I've had several people tell me they felt I do remote healing with it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it drains me. Sometimes I'm wiped out for a day or two, but if I could help somebody, I'll do it.
Well, you know, that's a correct attitude. I mean, I try to do it look, I hate talking about myself. I'll turn it around and talk about you. And it's like, I just, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like talking about myself. But what I do like what we're doing, when I say we and everybody that's watching you, is we take time out of our day every morning at 6:15 in the morning. For myself, I first get in my car to go to work. And the first thing I do before I pull out of the driveway is I close my eyes. I talk to the man upstairs, you know, like I'm communicating with God. And I go, what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to say? You know, help me out, because my stuff will be a broken record. And I don't want to be a cookie cutter. I don't want to just say the same things over and over again. But, you know, I totally, you know, I totally adore, I'm 52 years old, and I'm not afraid to say that I love you. I got nothing but love for you. If you actually were just so desperate and like you needed something like so bad, I'll be the first person to say, bro, give me a minute. Let me run to the bank. I got you. You know, it's that.
I'm the same way,
Yeah.
I love that about you, because I'm the same way.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be. I mean, it's not always about money, but it's also about, like, I love when people call me up, or like you. It's like, hey, I got a problem. And I'm like, hey, hold on. Let me drop everything right now for you, because I get, you know, I love when people reach out, because it makes me feel like a total brother, how we call each other brothers and sisters. This is how we're supposed to be. In the paranormal and outside the paranormal, of course. We should carry it over, you know, we really should. So
I agree totally. And I'm a staunch believer in, man, I'm telling you, only put positive thoughts and words out to the universe. I am here to tell you, I'm a living, breathing proof. It comes back.
It does come back.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't learn this overnight. It took me 53 years to get to this, to learn. Well, 50, maybe 51, but
Well,
but
you know,
I am telling you,
it works, man. I mean, I wake up. I mean, these people are gonna get bored of me, you know, because they see me in the morning time and they're gonna see me at nighttime. But you know what? I truly feel, if you wake up every morning, just say, look, I always lay down in my bed. When my alarm clock goes off, I'll lay there for 30 seconds in my bed. And I actually plan my day in my head as I can see myself going through my day. And I tell myself, no matter what, be positive. No matter what, if there's something negative, there's always a positive. You just got to search for it. And that's even in the paranormal. You know, to be a great investigator, you got to be positive.
There is, and the key, I'll tell you something else. The key,
yes, sir,
is to find even the positive and the negative, even if it's to the point where, you know what, you say to yourself, yeah, that was bad, but you know what, I learned this from it. That's the positive from it.
Well, and you know what, with this whole red moon that just happened over the weekend on Saturday, I told myself it was a positive thing. But some people are saying it was a negative thing. And I don't know, but I don't believe in negative. I try to stay away from the negative. I had before the paranormal and stuff, I grew up in a rough world. I mean, nothing bad, but, you know, when I was this is the first time I'm admitting this. When I was a child at 10 years old, I mean, we were scraping nickels and pennies just to pay PG&E. I grew up sometimes with no electricity for a few days or no water. I mean, there's never been a silver spoon in my mouth, you know.
Right. So you appreciate what's going on and what you got and what you got to do to get it.
You got, absolutely. And so that's where, you know, I wish people would understand that they would just be themselves. Don't go on Facebook and don't make everything sound like it's a big giant rose bush, like everything's so beautiful. Be honest. I mean, I'm being honest I've never told anybody on Facebook that I had it was a rough life when I grew up. But now things are good, but I appreciate it.
You learned from that, though. You found a positive in that.
I found positive.
Like, you could speak today like a hamster in a wheel, like, oh my, I was 10 years old, I had no electricity.
Yeah.
No.
But that's how it was.
You learn from it, man.
No,
You
I
find the
remember.
positive and you go with it. And when you go in investigations, I go in there with an open, positive mind
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I already got abilities. And if I go in there wrong mindset,
yeah,
I'm either going to get beat up spiritually or
yeah.
nothing at all. I don't, you know.
Well, there's a reason why and I know we're going off track. I want to talk about paranormal, but you know, if people would start drinking back like we did as a child out of a garden hose, I'm telling you, drink out of a garden hose. That's magic water. You won't get sick anymore. I mean, it sounds really ridiculous, but you know, the bottled water, they charge you $5, whatever. And I know this is off track, but I grew up on garden hose water, and yes, there's a bunch of little bugs in there. But these kids these days are getting sick with ear infections, and they're getting sick with whatever because they're not putting the stuff that we put as child in our body to protect us from the diseases or the colds or whatever. I truly believe it. Yeah.
You know what I seen the other day, and this is true. When I was a kid, I didn't have a baby seat, and I wasn't buckled in, man. I was bouncing all over that '64 Chevy Impala.
Exactly.
If I was bad, they pulled over and whipped my ass right.
I know. I'm
car seat. There wasn't no seat belt.
No, but
here's some idiots. Don't go blow your fingers off.
No, absolutely. No, but you know, this whole world has changed. But you know, it's too bad. But let's talk about paranormal. So you know, all these people here, I don't have my eyes on. But if they have any questions, just let me know for both of us, or you know, whatever. But the paranormal is so strong right now. Everything's going so good right now. And the only thing that I would suggest to everybody in the paranormal, and you can either disagree, which is totally cool because we're brothers, and no one's going to be like, well, it's not a debate. But I feel like, you know, it's not. And, you know, I've learned with investigations that what I have changed about myself in the investigations after ghost adventures and stuff like that is you don't, when you go into a building, each location that you go into is always a different investigation. You can't go into one, nothing's, it's different. So you got to go into it every time differently. But when it comes to grounding yourself, I'm huge on grounding myself, but you don't ground yourself holding hands with people. And the reason I keep on repeating this is you're going to,
I agree. Yeah.
You can't, because just, can you imagine if you and me were going to an investigation right now, and your listeners could, your fans could actually agree or disagree too, but you're going to hold hands, man or woman, it doesn't matter. We're brothers.
Right.
You hold your hands to protect yourself. But how do I know if you didn't have a bad day or there's something negative going through your mind that generates right back into me, and then we're going to have a really crappy investigation because, you know, the negative is going to kick in.
And guess what? Who knows if the person beside you might have an attachment. Now, me, I can tell. But 9 out of 9 people can't tell. So
exactly.
Now what?
No, exactly.
Now your thoughts. And, you know, speaking of that moon, I did an investigation with Tony and his team Saturday night with that moon. There's 2 pieces of evidence on my group. You ought to look at them. The cabinet door opening up.
Wow.
And an anomaly floating by. It's pretty wild.
Oh, man, that's awesome. No, I mean, that whole red moon thing was, you know, I'm not going to say that I know exactly what it's about because then I'd be fake. I have no idea. I was only listening to people like you. Everybody was talking on Facebook about the red moon. I'm a student every single day when I wake up about the paranormal. Nobody's a professional, and I'm always trying to learn from people like yourself. Learn from you. You know?
I'm always learning too. And I say about that moon, it is what you make of it, just like anything else in life.
And you know what?
Positive, it will be positive, man.
You nailed it.
Make it.
You nailed it. And you know what? Exactly what you just said. It's exactly what I was trying to say earlier is everybody was saying, people were saying it was negative. Some people are saying it's positive. It all depends how, if you go into it, it's going to be positive, you're going to get positive. And if you go into it negative, it's going to be negative. So, you know, it's a great thing, but that's how we, you know, that's one thing about this paranormal, man. You got to roll into it positive. You can't be negative about any of it. You can't. Totally. It's a beautiful hobby to some, but it's a beautiful craving. I don't know what it is for me, but I crave it every single day. I crave paranormal, you know?
It's kind of addictive. Let's just call it what it is.
It's very addicting. It's addicting big time. I mean, You know, I always say it as a joke. You know, I joke around with people. You know, it's like I would investigate a bathroom at a Chevron gas station if you know, I say it all the time, man, because I don't. It's just you don't know, and you know, so.
Well, you know what I said the other night? There's 7 billion people in this world right now.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how many billions of people died over the last 200,000 years? Now,
I know.
there's people walking around all the time. You don't realize it. There's spirits around.
No, absolutely. And you know what? It doesn't have to. I mean, we can go back and forth, and we already know a lot about the paranormal. But you know, as you know already, it's not always the building; it's the land. And if it's not the land, it's going to be the building. So no matter where you go and walk around, I mean, I go into Safeway grocery stores, and I can be in a jolly mood, walking in all happy. I can't wait to get my groceries. And within maybe a minute or two, I'll tear up. And I've done it with my wife and I'd be crying, not bawling, but like, oh my God, I'm totally sad. Because you don't know what's going on inside the store. People's energies are passed around all the time.
I wrote a whole poem about being an empath at Walmart.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
God, ask Ashley. She's going here. I just showed it to her.
Right.
I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't go to Walmart unless it's after midnight. Then I try to sneak in and sneak out the back door where the automotive is if it's open.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, it's crazy.
That's counting the living. That's not even counting the spirits that's floating around in the place.
Exactly. I mean, it's just it's such a great, you know, some people go bowling, some people go miniature golfing, some people we go paranormal investigating, and you know what? I would not change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. I crave it, and I crave it, and I crave it, and you know, I would do it every day if I didn't have to work. You know, I really would.
My blood going is going to a place that's never been investigated. Knowing I'm going to a place like that really gets my mind going.
Yes.
Really gets me excited.
Right. Yeah, oh,
like
absolutely.
going to a place that's never been investigated.
You know what? But you know, yes, I know what you're saying. If you go to a place no one's ever touched, absolutely, it may be off the hook. It could be totally, you know, off the charts.
Just the thought of it, you know what I mean? You don't know.
Oh, man. You know what? 30 years ago, you know what? A lot of these places, paranormal, you know, investigations weren't as big as it is now. I mean, I don't even know if it was going on 30 years ago, to be honest with you. I'm sure it was.
But I was doing it, but it was like on a down low. Like I did it on the weekends. Nobody knew. I mean, I did it for 12 years almost by myself.
Wow.
Always.
Wow.
Seriously.
That's some crazy stuff, man. But now it's fun. You know, now the day that hopefully no one's asking any questions. I feel totally rude because I can't see it. But it's
I'm looking at nothing right away, but I'll ask you.
Right on, brother. You know, but you know, it's like my wife and I will go out to cemeteries and just walk around, but we try to stay away now from investigating in cemeteries only because everybody has their thoughts. Cemeteries are beautiful. Bottom line, they're gorgeous. But I have a hard time now investigating cemeteries only because of I feel they're resting. And you know what? So now what we do is when we go to cemeteries, we'll go every few weeks. We go there to recharge ourselves. And what I mean by that is there's so much energy at cemeteries, believe it or not, and we regain our energy if we feel like we need a recharge. And that's what my wife and I do. We recharge at cemeteries. And
whatever works for you, go for it. Whatever works with you, do it.
Exactly. Now, I'm glad you said that because that's what's so cool about whatever works. When people say, oh, you're doing this, you're investigating wrong. Like I'm an old school investigator now. I just use myself. Old school is perfect. And you get your little handheld recorder and maybe a video camera. That is it. But you know what? The fact that, you know, that's what we do, it works for us, doesn't mean it won't work for anybody else, but that's what we believe in.
Right. Yeah. Listen, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to investigate.
Right.
I don't judge nobody. Whatever works for you, do it.
Right. No, absolutely.
I'm not a big fan of disrespecting spirits because I can see spirits sometimes and talk to them and cross them over. So to me, they're just people in another realm.
Exactly.
So I try not to disrespect them.
Right.
But that's not my style. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people like Vogue and things. That's not me. But
no, I truly feel, you know, everybody has their opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion. And you know what? Everybody's opinion is probably spot on. until we pass on to the next level, you know, it's like we don't really know the right answers. We're only guessing. We have no idea, you know.
Right.
And I said this on a show the other night, and it kind of made me think about it. When we pass on, it's kind of like a snake when it loses its skin. So I don't think we actually die. I think what happens is we kind of like a snake loses its skin, and this is us. We go on, and all we do is our energy and stuff just goes out into the atmosphere or whatever, and grabs onto something and we just become that ongoing living creature. I just have a feeling that we don't really die. Have you ever had those situations that, like, oh my God, I think I've done that before? You know, the deja vus, those happen all the time to you, to me, and everybody. And the only thing that I can think of is the fact that why that happens, if you feel like you did it before, is because you have done it before. You know, some people think we keep on reliving, you know, and that's why you think, hell, I did that before. You know, is it a right answer? No, but it's not a wrong answer because we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. Right.
So,
well, we definitely just don't into nothing because energy just don't quit existing. It just carries on. It changes form like water changes to ice or gas or whatever. You just change to another form.
Right.
Absolutely. What those
Absolutely.
forms are, you know, we're not at that level yet where we can say, well, yeah, you're going to be a spirit here, whatever. We just don't know, or maybe we're not meant to ever know. But the bottom line is, there's definitely something else.
Absolutely.
I mean,
no, and for you to say that, the reason why I got into paranormal is, and I've said this a few times, but you know, when I ended up getting sick about 20 years ago, I was getting ready to die. You know, and everybody knows the story, so I'm not going to get into it. But you know, I was getting ready to die, and they gave me 6 months to live, and I was adjusting. And I think and then I had to go through radiation. And I duly feel that why I have the I call it, if you want to call them gifts or whatever, why I'm able to do what I can do in the paranormal or even outside the paranormal is because when I went through radiation, they hooked up my head to all these wires and electricity and stuff like that. And during that time, I really do feel that's when it really started for me, when I was able to open up doors in my head. And it was like these portals, or basically these I was able to see things. And I'll just make it as clear as I can. But you know,
that was your awakening.
That was my awakening. And I truly feel when I was getting ready to thinking I was going to die and stuff like that, they said 6 months to live, and now it's 20 some odd years later. But, you know, I think that, you know, like when, you know, I think I was just getting ready and I was opening up my mind. It's kind of like when like my grandmother just passed away a month ago. And I'll tell you, she was seeing my grandfather. So I think when you start, your mind just starts to just really slow down. And I think it just starts to go numb and it starts to open up. I don't know, but I think that's
when you're close to a near-death experiences, that triggers things. It really does.
Absolutely. Like I feel like, you know, some of the people I've talked to that can actually see, like I can see, I don't want to say dead people, but you know, it's not, my wife always wants me to like turn on the switch. It doesn't work like that. Everything has to be right. Everything has to be in line perfectly to see everything. But
everybody's different too. Like me, like some days I could tap in. I can give a reading to somebody, but I can't on command communicate to somebody's niece or mom on command. I don't know who's going to come through. Like I'm basically one of them ghost boxes. I don't know who's going to come through. I've actually tried it, and I thought I was going to give a reading to somebody, and somebody's walking on the sidewalk, and it was one of their relatives coming through. It was crazy. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't control who comes through.
Let me ask you.
I don't do it very often, but
Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. Did you have a near-death experience yourself? Ever?
Yeah, I've had a few.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to find out, because you know, it seems like, it really does seem like it's in the high 80% mark, where I mean, I do like a radio show with Christina George. I'm a co-host there, but she's had near-death experiences, and this lady she is like, she sees everything. And but what I'm trying to get at is, it seems like the people that have had near-death experiences are the ones that have more connection to the paranormal. I really,
you get to close to the other side, and some of your angels and your guys communicate with you, and it really opens you up.
right,
So
right,
you're in tune to your spiritual awakening.
right.
So it makes you like already better tuned. So when you do really try to do it, you're like ahead of the game already.
And no, and it's perfect the way to say it. That's what's good about you, brother, because you and I are, we're both, I call myself, I may not look it, but a good old country boy as much as I possibly can. And you seem like your demeanor is, yeah, well, no, that's good. But what's nice about you is, and myself and other people too, of course, is you got two country boys that are basically like able to call each other brothers, able to say, hey man, I love you, have a great day, and stuff, and not have like this. Hold on a second. I dropped my one thing. Oh, hang on. Oh well, I don't need them. Sorry about that. But no, it's just nice. This is so refreshing. It really is, because 30. It's just refreshing when I get you and I get to see you and I see this person. It's just with Kenny Z. It's like these guys are amazing. They're just amazing.
Every day, all day long, I'm helping somebody from all over the world. I don't even know some of the people. I help people with paranormal problems, and even this show, my show, I wanted to start it because guests like you come on. It might be one word or something you tell, or one of your experiences could really help somebody that listens to this.
Right,
because
absolutely.
There's going to be 1,000 people that watch this.
I believe
one of those something you might say might help them, save them. Who knows?
Well, and that's why in the morning time people ask me. I get a lot of remarks. People say, "Why do you do this? Why do you do that?" Look, I don't look for pats on the back. I really don't. It's not even about that. But I do feel that I'm actually a warrior and people don't like, you don't have to believe in God. It's everybody has what they believe in. I feel that what makes me feel so good is I feel that I'm a warrior, not in the paranormal field alone, but I'm a warrior for God upstairs. I truly feel that he has me here for a reason, why I wasn't taken away 20 years ago, and I'm still here. He wants me to work for him, and that's what I'm doing now.
Every day, let me tell you something. Let me put it to you like this, George. I get people ask me all the time, what's my purpose in life? And let me tell you, let me stop you right there.
Sure.
Your purpose in life is every day you get up. Because listen to this. Say you wake up tomorrow morning, you don't know this.
Right.
When you put that first step on the floor, you step on a bee. You don't know you stepped on that bee, but you killed that bee.
Right.
That bee, if you hadn't woke up and stepped on it, was going to fly out that window, sting a pregnant lady who's allergic. She was going to die, and not have that kid. And that kid was going to grow up and have the cure for cancer or whatever. You see how we're all connected, and how everything you are committing your purpose in life every breath you take. You walk down the street, you make a car slow up to let you by. By that car slowing up, it didn't get a train hit it and kill it, and the person in there was going to bit something to save electricity or something. Believe me.
Absolutely.
You don't realize you're committing your purpose in life just by every breath you take.
Right. No, absolutely. And, there's so many things that happen to everybody, like all your fans, if everybody would just seriously just slow down, take a deep breath, don't take life so seriously. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Have fun with your life inside the paranormal or outside the paranormal. I'll be the first to say, paranormal is not my life, but it's a big part of my life because I love it and I crave it. But if everybody would just take a deep breath, look at themselves in the mirror every morning when they wake up, and just tell yourself, you know what, George, or whomever, I love you. You got to love yourself first. And if you can do that, then you have no problem having a great day.
If you can't love yourself or like yourself,
it's over.
You can't love or like nobody.
That's absolutely true. It's absolutely
true. If you don't like or love yourself, you don't respect yourself. And if you can't respect yourself, you sure as hell can't respect nobody else.
Absolutely. So, there's a lot of stuff I like to do every morning, try to get people started, get them motivated. Sometimes I even need motivation, but my motivation is, I don't know. I get up in the morning and I start thinking of the things, not the things. I used to be so guilty of this. I would be like, you know what? Always thinking of the stuff that I don't have. I always think, oh man, I don't have this.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I want a big boat. But you know what? It's not about that anymore. You get to a point in life where it's like, you know what? I have so much. I have friends on Facebook.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing that's more and more. I mean, I love my wife to death. We've been together for 26 years. But you know, we've come a long ways. We've hit rock bottom before. And you know what? Now, you know, we're great. Everything's been great for like 15, 20, I don't know, a whole bunch of years. And now you think of what I have. And what I have now is going to sound so like bullshit. But I have some great people on Facebook that I love. I love people on Facebook. And I wish the only thing that I could change about it is it wasn't just this screen. It was actually like being able to kick back with you. Why can't we all just be neighbors? You know, I have this screen in front of me where it's like, bro, I just want to give you a high five and say, hey, let's go fishing, you know. But, you know, I don't have, you know, I have more friends on Facebook than I have in real life. And don't get me, does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Okay.
It makes sense to me. Totally.
It makes totally sense to me. And it's not that I'm a bad person in person. It's just I connect with all these people on
the same like-minded people in here that is out in the real world, because
everybody's in a rush.
There's no catalyst like the Facebook to connect.
Yeah, exactly. But well, I was hoping somebody had some questions, you know, because I always feel bad.
Hey, questions. They're just liking our talking, I guess. But hey, that's part of the show.
That's part of the video. I love it, baby.
You just got to take a breath, baby, and let it see.
No doubt. But, you know, at least that, you know, people will listen to us talking like, wow, look at these two guys. They've never met in person, but they get along so well. They're just like, there's no negativity talk. And we won't even talk about negativity. There's no reason for it, because that just generates more negativity.
Wasted energy.
Exactly.
Listen, I promote anybody. I help anybody in my group, other groups. They got stuff, evidence. I promote it. I'm not about jealousy or you can't do that or you can't do it. I'm not about that. I promote anything. Like you got stuff to promote, I put it on. I don't care. That's what it's about. I'm about sharing, promoting stuff. I know I'm better than you, and you don't know what you're.
No, because you know.
Energy. I start hearing out. Start hitting buttons to get you out of here.
Where are you exactly at? As in, what state are you in exactly? Where are you at?
Ohio.
How is it out there, if I can ask? How's the weather? How's the living? Is it all country out there? What do we got?
I mean, I like where I live. It's a little small town, but there's country. But I mean, I can go 3 miles and be in Canton.
Oh wow!
Kind of town. But yeah, it's hot and humid.
Is it really? Oh man! See, it's been like in the hundreds here in California for the last so many days. It's hotter than heck out here. But you know, it's so cool that, you know, like I said, it's here I am in my living room. You're in your living room, but you're roughly about 2,000 miles away. I don't know, something like that. I don't know.
More than that.
No shit.
At least 2,000, maybe 2,500.
Damn it! I mean, that's what's so crazy about this. How people can connect at such a high level, being thousands and thousands of miles away, and connect. Yeah. I mean, you've talked to people in the UK. I've talked to people in the UK. And it's so nice that everybody can just connect, and it's so nice. But the sad part of it is, in the real world out there where you can actually have physical contact, people don't have this. People they're always just hurry up, go this way, go that way. You know,
they are.
It's sad.
And I agree. You just listen. Why be in a hurry to get to a stop sign so you can go through it and die? I mean, just take a breath, like you say. I agree, man.
Just take it. You know what cracks me up is in the morning time when I go to work. When I go to work in the morning time, it's just one of those situations where I see everybody cutting everybody off and this and that and not letting. And I'm thinking, why are you in such a rush to get to work? Think about it.
Right.
You're rushing around cutting people off because you want to go to work so bad. You know?
What's wrong with you?
What are you thinking, man? Go ahead and get in front of me. I don't have a time clock, but I don't think a lot of people do. And it's like everybody's always in a rush to get somewhere, and that's the problem. And I think that paranormal, what I've noticed about paranormal people is the fact that it seems like that we're more calm. We understand that if we have to slow down a lot to collect evidence and data. We have to slow down a lot to go to a location. And because my wife and I will walk into a location and we go off to our own. And what happens is we just go where the energy is pulling us. And some people will go this way, but we'll go this way. And it's nothing, not that anybody smells. We're just like, we're being pulled this way. So, but we take our steps very slowly because we don't want to overpass the energy, you know?
Right. Take it all in. And I got to tell you, I find like if I'm driving to a location or something, like even Saturday, like I'll be driving myself and I get my mindset right and I get the right music on. Man, I can meditate the whole way. See the country coming by. It's like I can just meditate and my mind is so good when I get there. Look out.
Right. No, I'm telling you. But you know, it's like I see Facebook. I mean, I'm not a Facebook junkie, but I'm on Facebook. I work. I use my hands. I'm at work doing electrical, plumbing.
Right.
I work, and I have Facebook on all day long. It's just on, and I listen for my dings. You know, if people are going to talk to me, because I'm always there for people. I'm always hoping somebody's going to reach out and say, "Hey, man, I need to talk to you." But it's like I'm noticing that there's it just seems to be a little unhappy lately, and I can't get that. I don't understand it. And I wish those people would just wake up and say, look, don't be unhappy. You know, whatever it is, just let it go and just go on to the next one. Just don't worry about it, you know?
Yeah, because here's the thing. You can't change the past. All you can do is learn from it and go forward, man, and just be positive about it. Just find the positive in everything.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't happen overnight. You just got to keep practicing it. Eventually, you'll find yourself. It's like muscle memory, man. You'll be doing it even when you don't want to do it.
Exactly. Well, I just hate seeing people so discouraged. You know, sometimes I mean, I'm not. Look, I am definitely not better. You're not better. Everybody's equal across the board. We're all here, and we're all, you know. But it actually saddens me a lot because I like seeing people happy, and I like seeing people to understand that whatever you're dealing with, it's going to pass. It's going to move forward. It's going to go away. Let it do its course.
Life lesson for you. It was a life lesson for you. You've got to learn from it. Take it like that. You can't hold a grudge and all that, or you'll spin out, man. You'll spin out.
Absolutely. You know, I had my own demons. You know, I had my own issues with myself. You know, look, we all get jealous. You know, look, I get jealous of people out there in the paranormal. I get upset, or not upset. I get jealous if they're at a certain location that I want to be at, or I get upset, or not upset, sorry. I get jealous that they didn't invite me. I mean, that's just normal reaction. But, you know, it's at least I'm not, I don't want to say man enough, but at least I understand that, look, there's nothing wrong with being jealous. I get jealous all the time. But it doesn't mean I'm going to reach out and lash out at people.
Well,
just like
the positive is you recognize that.
Yeah.
You're recognizing it. And you're not, but you're recognizing it and know that, you know what, I'm better now, I'm going to better myself from. You're not recognizing it and saying, you know what, yes, F that guy. And
exactly. No, I mean,
all the way in. You're like, no.
No. And you know what, I thought, you know, that's all I got to say. I mean, there's people out there that jealousy's the worst one. And I know we're going all over the map on this, and it's just two guys chilling out. We're just talking. We could talk about fishing. I wouldn't even care. And it's awesome.
Just sitting around talking, that's
just
all.
Chilling out. But, you know, I just wish people would just, including myself, get away from the jealousy. Just be happy for one another. You know, there's a saying by Trent. He's a motivational speaker. You know, you have a bunch of friends, and you know they're in this boat, and they're rowing for you. They're trying to get you there to make you successful, but they're really not rowing for you. They're actually drilling holes in your boat, and you can't see them, but you think they're rowing, but they're drilling holes in your boat because they want to see you sink. And that's
or they're drafting like in NASCAR. They're drafting, wait to make their move.
Exactly. You know,
what are you doing?
Exactly.
Must be my partner.
Exactly.
Get back there.
But you know what? I just, you know, this whole paranormal thing is just, God, it's just so beautiful the way it happens. I mean, to get that EVP or the Class A EVP, to know 100% for sure that there's something after we leave here. Come on, guys. It's huge. We know for a fact that there's something when we leave here. What it is, we don't know, but at least we know we have a chance to communicate with the next generation.
Now, George, my grandfather